And what my parents did to keep us out of trouble was baseball and Boy Scouts. And that little town had probably more baseball teams than had kids, so everybody played baseball.
So I got to know Jim. I actually got referred to Jim, gosh, probably in the late 90s. So we've known each other, been a client for almost 20 years.
You know, we didn't have the money for college, and one of the scholarships you could get were to the service academies. And West Point was 250 miles toward New York City from Buffalo, and I tried to get in, and I didn't. I got in Naval Academy instead. And you have to do things that scare you, and you just have to do it. Like, we had to jump up at the 26-foot tower, and I didn't want to do it, but all you have to do is just take one step, right? On the way down, and you're shaking, and you're scared. It's still you still land on the water. You can still get a thumbs up, and you don't have to go up again. I didn't want to have to go up again. And of my 10 best friends, 6 of them are from that group, and so and not all the companies are like that. So the friendships we made and pulling each other together is something I treasure. My Vietnam tour was not heavy combat; it was reconnaissance. And I struggled some when I came back. And I got this great education. I was a pilot, and I got all these great friends. I got a tremendous amount out of the service, and you think, just look at Vietnam, somebody's drafted, didn't get the education, didn't get the friendships, heavy combat. I mean, how hard is that? If this was hard, how hard can it be? And one of the reasons I went into the service was to serve, so how can I serve again?
He's a solid guy, and he's really more interested about me and what I'm doing and my family than really talking business. And it's one thing I admire about Jim.
The LA HUD, about 4 years ago, HUD got really involved in homeless veterans, and they wanted owners like us to give vacancy priority in our units to homeless veterans. So, and they knew I was a veteran, and he said, "Hey, will you be interested?" And he said, "We would love to do it." And it's not easy, but if we all do a little, and enough of us do it, we can make a dent in it.
With Bolton, we were able to bring some technology resources, some HR resources, safety, loss control, claims management. You know, when you have this many properties, things are going to happen. And
you know, Bolton's great. We've been with Todd forever. When we think of something, we call, and it happens.
You know, Jim's one of those clients that, I have a smile on my face when I pick up the phone, and it's him calling.
They're proactive with us. There's a lot of compliance stuff out there that keeps changing, and so and some of this stuff can come at you from left field because you're thinking about the business and not about what regulation is going to come through in 6 weeks.
One of the things that Bolton has been really, really helpful with is helping him prevent what we can prevent and being there for him when something happens and walking through the process.